Petal 11, Badass Humans. Two-Leggeds versus 4. I bumped into a man that I had met before at the vet. His dog had some health issues. He told me his dog passed away, but the good thing was that his dog did it playing and running. He was happy. He followed it up with, "I still haven't met a two-legged that gives the same unconditional love." I get it, I really do. Being a dog owner myself and on the receiving end of my soul joy karma's unconditional love, I knew what he meant. I used to say the same thing. However, if you want unconditional love, you must become unconditional love for yourself. You can't get what you can't give. You must become the beloved of your own heart first. This is a common phenomenon. When people disappoint, we turn to the animal kingdom for a source of love. Even more common is focusing all our attention and sourcing our love and happiness from our children and forgetting about ourselves. This creates an unhealthy imbalance in the relationship. I agree with Carl Jung that the greatest tragedy of the family is the unlived lives of the parents. You have to find it within first, or you will always have a void. Our children mirror us. They do what we do, not what we say. I learned this firsthand from my daughter. The best thing we can do for our kids is to become the beloved of our own heart. I speak from experience. I recently received this message from my daughter when I couldn't attend her graduation from culinary school in Manhattan. It's okay. That's what I figured. You are forever in my heart and with me in spirit, so I'm not sad. I know you have to take care of the life you've been building. You inspire me, Mama. You are the reason I am where I am. You taught me how to be determined, compassionate, spiritually grounded, independent, and self-sufficient, while balancing being open enough to receive. You gave me the option to explore what and who I wanted to be and never forced me, even if you didn't always agree with what I wanted to do. I am grateful for all the lessons that you taught me that made me a wise, skillful, creative human being. You were the best teacher of unconditional love. All while healing your own trauma, you showed up for me and made sure I was well taken care of. Always. I love you. Thank you for all the hard days and sacrifices you put in for the last 28 years. Well done, the angels say. I agree. Well done. From above in the celestial realms, it is an honor to be a mother here on earth. I am honored to be a mother to a beautiful, spirited child. She makes me so proud, and not because of what she has accomplished, which is so much in her short lifespan, but who she has become. The kindness, generosity, mercy, and charity she holds in her heart and shares with others. I just wanted her to be a kind person to everyone, and she has become that pure heart. If you read my memoir, Fearless, you know of the struggles I had with raising her as my daughter. She was stubborn, strong-willed, and had her own opinion about everything at the age of 2. We were in constant power struggles and battles, but we made it through. On May 15th, 2019, at the age of 26, I heard the words, "You're right, Mom," come out of her mouth for the first time. I made May 15th the "You're right, Mom" holiday. It's even better than Mother's Day to me. Please feel free to use it for yourself. Happy. My daughter, being the beautiful, precious light she is, took to the song Happy by Pharrell. When it first came out, she told me to download it and listen to it, that it was amazing. I followed her advice and I hated the song. I thought it was completely annoying. It stayed a part of my iTunes library, but I never listened to it again. And if I heard it on the radio, I immediately changed the channel. A few years later, I had a dream about the song. I was a teacher discussing with a few of my students about how the song Happy is a reflection of our innermost being. One student was commenting how he didn't like the song, and another one was totally digging it. It seems that you either hate the song or love it. There's really no in between. I shared with the students in my dream how much the song irritated me when it first came out. Then, unexpectedly, about 2 years later, I heard it again and had a completely different reaction. I listened and sang along and danced with pure delight. Now Happy is on my Soulfire's Happy playlist along with my other favorites. So what changed? Obviously not the song. I think the song is a perfect reflection of the outer is a reflection of the inner. Maybe all the work I had been doing on myself was paying off. Maybe I am happy after all. Becoming happy is not a selfish act. It is just the opposite. It is the most glorious act of giving you can do for yourself, the people around you, and the collective. Being truly happy is being light, and light is God. Don't we need more light in the world? Amen. Captain John. Maybe I should have shared Happy with Captain John. He was a neighbor in Long Island who was a jaded ex-cop alcoholic that drove an old beat-up dirty van filled with empty McDonald's bags. We were an unlikely match for conversation, but I had a soft spot in my heart for Captain John. He reminded me of my dad in a way, maybe because he was an alcoholic Irishman. While walking Karma through the neighborhood, he would stop his van and always ask me the same two questions. "Let me ask you something," he'd start with. "Did you watch the news today?" I'd respond, "No, I don't watch the news." He continued anyway. "Who do you think is better, animals or humans?" Sometimes the conversation would continue. I would try to cheer him up with positive news and give him some hope for humanity. I even gave him one of my inspirational yoga calendars one year. That wasn't enough for Captain John, though. He had already determined that the world was a cruel and harsh place, and I understood where he was coming from. I heard him one day in his backyard screaming and crying out in pain like a wounded animal. It was heartbreaking to listen to. He passed away around the same time as my father did. I miss him. Sadly, many people I know feel the same way. I hear it all the time. People suck. Animals are better. I get it, I do. But we can't give up on people. I still believe in the goodness of people. I believe that for every sucky person in the world, there are at least 100 or more good people. The news doesn't highlight the small, kind deeds that are being done all over the world by millions of good people. The news focuses on creating fear-based mind control and propaganda and lies to keep us unempowered. My advice to Captain John should have been to stop watching the news. Maybe he would have attracted one of the good people into his life.